we do have to talk about Sydney Sweeney. We are required to talk about that, unfortunately. Because I can't help myself. I got into a Twitter fight about this story with
I just
Megan.
saw that, yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. And so, she has now decided that it's Beyonce's jeans ad that deserves criticism, and that the right-wing media's roadblocked coverage of the Sweeney ad over the last week is warranted because the left, quote unquote, started it. I will not subject listeners to any more details about my exchange with Megan. You can all check it out if you hate yourselves. But I did want to bring it up because there is this dynamic now where right-wing media and now the Trump White House keep trying to make the Democratic Party, or the left broadly defined, own the silliest, craziest, weirdest takes from random posters and think pieces, even if it's just a few, which then fuels more discourse around a controversy that most normal people in the country wouldn't think is a controversy. What do you make of sort of the algorithmic path that these controversies travel now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a real issue for Democrats. I mean, there is this. I mean, look, that's why they call it libs of TikTok, right? I mean, they have this whole apparatus built up to find one person with kind of an off-putting demeanor or dyed hair or whatever with like 200 followers on Twitter, and then they'll say, like this. What do you think of this? And I mean, certainly in the case of Sydney Sweeney, I think a lot of pragmatic liberals were saying, well, let's not pick a fight on the popular, attractive actress and say that's what we're against. But all it takes is a couple influencers, social justice type people to say, we're mad about this, and then it can create this whole cycle. I mean, I was struck in your discourse with Megyn Kelly, when she says like, you started this fight, Jon Favreau, and now we're gonna finish it. I was just like, Jon didn't start this. Like, there's nothing. He didn't do anything.
I mean, of course there are some liberals, like you said, I'm sure, who are like, this is not a fight to pick. But there's also like, if I hadn't seen some of the posters say that it's Nazi or eugenics, like if I didn't know anything about it and I just saw the Sydney Sweeney ad, I wouldn't even think for a second that there was a problematic in any way. It's just a good-looking actress in a jeans ad. One of the most famous in the world right now. It's like, obviously, good for American Eagle. They got Sydney Sweeney for their jeans ad. Same thing with Beyonce in a jeans ad for Levi's. Like, I just don't. It is wild how much they feel the need to keep these culture wars going and to feed the flames of them. And I do think, like, I can't tell if some of it is they genuinely believe that most of the left feels this way because in their feeds they're seeing outrage, or they're just manufacturing it because it's good content and good for clicks. Maybe it's a bit of both. I don't know.
I mean, I do think it's good. It's good content. And also, I mean, it's a lot more fun for Megyn Kelly to talk about that than to talk about Epstein.
Yeah.
And to say, I mean, they're loving this. I mean, there's a reason this thing has stretched into 2 weeks, because then you don't have to be doing, your daily YouTube show about how, we want the files to come out, but maybe not that quickly, or not if they're about Trump. I mean, it's a much simpler thing to talk about Sydney Sweeney.
It is.